When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. Then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-8010. That's 1-800-616-8010. Again, 1-800-616-8010. Call now.
Did you ever look at the stains in your coffee cup and then realize that's exactly what happens to your teeth? Power Swabs is the 5-minute solution to get your teeth white without visiting the dentist. This is Ben Gordon with Power Swabs, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, all it takes is 5 minutes with Power Swabs. In 5 minutes, you'll see an average of 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. It's clinically proven to whiten natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. The secret is a tooth detergent that was developed by Dr. Martin Ginniger that lifts stains off of your teeth. Best of all, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you're done. To try Power Swabs risk-free, call 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140. I guarantee your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free today. 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-595-2614 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 595-2614 to take your call now. Call 800-595-2614. That's 800-595-2614. Again, 800-595-2614.
Start training for a new career in as little as 18 days. National EMS Institute's innovative boot camp program will train you for a new career. Learn to respond to emergency situations and become a certified EMT in just 18 days. National EMS Institute guarantees 100% job placement. Visit www.nationaleMSinstitute.com today to learn more about our 18-day boot camp. Or call us at 1-800-497-6732. NationalEMSinstitute.com.
When you're ready to take the edge off a hectic day, I suggest you start with a little music from Franz Black.
I guess there's lots of ways to look at things that don't seem right.
No Worries has just been released on iTunes and Amazon.
It's gonna be alright.
You can find Franz Black and his music on his website, franzblack.com. F-R-A-N-Z black.com.
It's gonna be alright.
Bring the rain.
603-835-3224 is number. You are listening to yours truly, L. Rod, here on the Rod Eccles Show.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, all you wonderful liberty lovers all across the globe and all you wonderful ecclesiastites. Here's something from Yahoo Politics. They're saying, what? Yahoo? Why are you... Well, it's about Bernie Sanders. Feel the burn. Feel the burn. Feel the burn. No, there was some talk about Bernie Sanders over the weekend. It was like Friday night. And my basic final rebuttal in response about Bernie Sanders isn't feel the burn. It's not that we'll feel the burn. It's that the burn will burn the USA to ashes as we know it. Bernie Sanders, as I've said, has been a radical American politician. He's radical leftist. He's bordering on, if not pure communism. And I said, look, even the Democrats, at least back in the early days, couldn't take Bernie Sanders. This is why Bernie Sanders left the Democratic Party, went and became an independent. Because the Democratic Party, even people like Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid were not liberal or leftist enough for Bernie Sanders. And at first people look at the whole support of Bernie Sanders and they're shocked. I was kind of shocked at first, but then I thought and realized, we have all these wonderful millennials who are the bulk of his support, who don't take personal responsibility for anything. So why is it so shocking then that they would decide that somebody else needs to pay for them? Pay for school, pay for their pay for their college, pay for their medical and health care, and pay for this and pay for that. Oh yeah, we got to pay for. We're supposed to pay everything, and when they can't find a job because they've got a useless degree, then we're supposed to pay them or force somebody else to pay them. $15-20 an hour, really? And Bernie Sanders is out there saying, yes, I feel your pain. This is what should happen, and what we should do is we should be paying you. And that you should get, free college to. He just even came out with it. It's something. They gave it a name, by the way. They gave it a name. Universal College. Universal Community College. What they call it. That's what Bernie Sanders said, and I quote, Universal Community College. That means taxpayer supported. Because if you're going to if it's universal, you don't have to pay for it. It's free, right? Free. As I have always said, free's too damn expensive. We can't afford free. Bernie Sanders, his radical past, how the Vermont firebrand started wearing a suit and gave up on taking over big companies. Yes, the story starts out in July 1985. Bernie Sanders traveled to Nicaragua. And for those of you who remember Nicaragua, it's all about the Sandinistas. Remember, there was the Iran-Contra affair under Reagan. I think Ollie North got wrapped up in that mess. Well, Bernie Sanders left this Sandinista government. They sided with the communist-leaning Sandinistas. And the leftist Sandinista government was actually celebrating the 6th anniversary of the revolution that saw it take power from an American-backed dictator. America did a lot of it. We did back dictators. Kind of like the old saying, well, the dictator that loves us is better than the dictator that hates us. And that was the same thing down in Central America with Nicaragua. And I'm pronouncing it right. Because, whenever you try, when you're pronouncing Spanish names, they always want you to try to pronounce it properly. There are people that try to say jalapeno, and they don't like that. I'm talking Latinos; they don't like that. So, and when you say, if you're Americanized, then your name might be Juan. But if you're coming from south of the border, it's Juan. Juan with a W, it's Juan, because a J is not W, it's Juan. So I'm just trying to be nice, and I'm trying to do and pronounce it properly. Now, I might get it off because I have an American accent, and I apologize for that, but I'm trying. I'm trying to get it right. So it's Sandinista, and it is Nicaragua. And just like it's Cuba. We say Cuba, it's Cuba. Mexico. I know we say Mexico, but say Mexico, but say Mexico down in Mexico. They say Mexico. How they pronounce it, I don't know. Who are we to change it? No, I love, we could, I know. I want you people to think about this. And I'm not talking about being international here. I'm just talking about being a regular person who pays attention. Regular person who pays attention. We tend in the United States to get slightly upset more often than not when somebody mispronounces an American name. Now, the problem is that an American name is usually Americanized anyway. So it's kind of like Juan. Well, we just say Juan. Well, that's not how the name was originally pronounced. But it comes across, across the border, across the pond, and and you get it's all of a sudden it's a W instead of the J. Juan, like you won something. But we get mad if they can't pronounce, like in New England, if you mispronounce, like Worcester. I mean, if you say, Worcester or Worcester, they look at you like you got two heads around here. They get kind of mad at you. It's Worcester. Well, it's not Worcester, actually, but that's the way they pronounce it. So if somebody else mispronounce Worcester, they get mad. But if you mispronounce Nicaragua, they think, well, what's your problem? No, I know we say Paris, but it's actually Paris. Really? I don't know why. I don't know how to pronounce all the cities around the Tokyo. It's Tokyo. No E in between the K and the Y. It's not Tokyo. It's Tokyo. But we pronounce it Tokyo. I don't know why. But we don't. We when somebody else gets mad for when we mispronounce something, when we're not trying to pronounce it correctly, we problem. But then when it's reversed, if they mispronounce something like our last name or a city that we live in, we want to call for their heads like they're dissing us or something. That's the old term, disrespecting us. Respect is earned. It's not demanded. I love a lot of these people now. They have no clue what it is. You have all these young people saying, "Well, I demand that you can't diss me. You better respect me." And it's not just, I know some people will say, "Well, it's just black thugs." No, it's not just black thugs. White people, white kids too, and you better respect me. Don't you dare! I'll pop you if you disrespect. They don't want to give anybody else any respect, but they demand everybody respect them. It is the most convoluted thing.